Greetings all. So it's been a little bit since I've done a pickup video. Honestly, the reason why is I haven't been found anything to really tell you about. So, but this one I was like, it's nothing major, but I thought it was like some stuff. So I'm like, it's not too bad to at least show. Some of these are non-game related, but still, it's media mainly. So first thing is I picked it up pretty cheap, $1.90, Invader Zim on DVD, just episodes 1 through 9. I didn't remember if I had, which one I had. I only have one volume. It might be volume 1, but I'm hoping it's not. So one of the discs is kind of scuffed up, but the second one's pretty pristine. So next one was Creepshow for $1.90 on DVD. I couldn't remember if I had it or not. I was trying to think back to when I was looking at my movies, and I remember looking at it and I could have swore I had only Creepshow 2. Turns out I had Creepshow 2 by itself, and Creepshow 1 we have these types of DVDs with the cases, these odd clamshell cases in a different spot. So yeah, I mean, but I was okay with it for $1.90. I was like, it's still sealed. I'm like, worst case, I'm like, if I do have it, maybe mine's really messed up. If not, I can give it to somebody. So, next up was one I saw there, still sealed. We have it, but I'm like, you know what, somebody might want it, family-wise. So, and with this, I'm like, with what it usually goes for, I'm like, can't really go wrong. Into the Woods, Blu-ray, digital HD for $4.90. So not bad. Next one I was really excited for. I have a spare case, and it comes in one of those nasty Blockbuster ones, so I don't really care for it too much. But the price was really good. I watched this before, really enjoyed it. Considering his movies are very criticized, and I thought this one was a lot better than the other ones. It's an M. Night Shyamalan movie, and it's Devil on Blu-ray, so for $1.90. Disc is in good shape. I like that they have these now rather than like a rental case type of thing, so all you have to do is just pop it open, take out the sleeve, and put it in there, and you pretty much have found a Blu-ray. So the Blu-ray cases, I think, are pretty cheap. Now for game-related, they had a decent amount there. They had some games where I wasn't 100% sure that I owned it or not, and it was one of those that I was like, well, I have the collection package, which I still have to play. It was Halo. They had some other ones. They had Rockstar Table Tennis, which I was thinking about getting, and then I decided not to. They were asking $5 for it. I found out that it's only like $2-3 online. So while I wanted it, I'm like, I can't really spend $5 when I can get it online for $2 or $3, and that was with, I think, free shipping almost. So with that, you're kind of guaranteed that it's going to be great looking, depending on the auction you go to. But so to go over this, we'll do this one, which I actually put back because I picked it up at GameStop recently for the PS3, which is what I wanted it for. And it's pretty cheap. If you could find it in your area, I think it's going to be one of those where it's probably going to be kind of hard to find. But then I found it here in the thrift store, and it was complete. The disc was scratched up, and I was like, well, I can get it resurfaced. I'm like, I don't know if I want to spend that much. But what made me say no to it originally was, I was like, well, you know what, no, I'm not going to spend the extra money. If I really wanted it, I can get it cheaper at GameStop. And I was going to use my gift card that I had there, which would have knocked a few bucks off. Unfortunately, when I bought everything, as soon as I purchased it and swiped my credit card through, then I remembered, oh, you have a gift card. So I have this gift card for like $3 and some change. I really didn't feel like keeping it in my wallet. This game I was debating about anyway, it came complete. And it was only like $1 and some change after that. Is El Shaddai for the 360. So, not bad. Comes with that. The disc, like I said, is somewhat scratched up, but technically, if I really wanted to, I can kind of say I have a complete version. I have the manual for 360, the game for 360, and then the PS3. I just have the game in the case, but I don't know. It looks like an interesting game. It wasn't interesting enough to pick it up at the time for like 20 or 30 bucks, but for a few bucks, and if you can get it at GameStop, it's kind of becoming hard to come by. I would suggest it. Next up is a series I have not gotten into, but with how hard games are becoming, and I'm really focusing what I'm collecting to more the actual games itself than figurines, plushes, and so forth. I wanted to start getting some of these games, and before it becomes really hard, and also if this is something that's sought after, maybe be able to actually trade it for a game that I've been looking for to get into my collection for a while, and I can only pick this up for a few bucks. It's kind of a no-brainer. But I've heard nothing but good things about this. I have the first one on the computer. I have the orange box, which if I say that kind of gives it away what this is. But I got this for $4.90. Disc is in great shape. Comes complete. Portal 2. So everything's pretty good. And really, it is so hard to find games anymore. It is ridiculous. I had to go in the middle of a weekday, and I went to like 5 different places, and out of the 5 places I went, the first place was the only place that actually had something. But their prices are kind of hefty. So that's the other thing you kind of have to battle now. It's like, okay, maybe you do find some stuff, but what's the price? Is the price a little ridiculous? If it's ridiculous, you really found nothing. I mean, technically one of the Goodwills I have, they have a whole bunch of sealed games, but they're asking like 30 bucks or 40 bucks or 20 bucks, or one of them had Overwatch for the PC already, and it was 30 bucks. Wasn't a game I really was that interested in. Funds are tight, and it was one of those things where it's a PC game. I don't know how the serial works in this case, if it's like a one and done register and then you're kind of stuck with it, which I don't understand how they're returning that stuff, but that's a whole nother story. But anyway, moving on to the other games I got. So looking at some other games, found this, wasn't going to pick it up originally, but then I kind of switched my mind. I was like, you know what, I like the ones for the Genesis. I should give this a try, especially with how the prices are, where I don't pick it up now, and I was thinking about different games I haven't picked up, and I'm like almost kicking myself. I'm like, you know what, just pick it up for the $4.90. If you don't like it, you can just sell it, do whatever, and it's probably just going to retain its value. So I got Spider-Man, Shattered Dimensions. I don't really collect too much for the 360, so it was kind of nice to be able to throw a whole bunch of different, I think it's complete, a whole bunch, of different 360 games in there to kind of spruce it up a little bit. The last one I had, or I found, I was really excited about. The disc, I believe, is in okay shape. It's not too bad. It's got some marks, but still. I sold it, and I wanted it back, because you know what, there was a point where I had too many games, I didn't have enough time to play them, and I just felt like they were kind of taking up room. But I mean, I changed kind of the way I'm thinking about this now, so I decided to pick this up. It was $1.90, wish it had the insert and manual, but who knows, maybe I'll find that later. I've found other things where I found the manual and insert and not the game, so hoping that kind of works in my advantage. But Marvel Ultimate Alliance for the 360. Like I said, just disc. The disc is in decent shape. Can't really complain about that. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm hoping to find some other stuff. But let me know your guys' thoughts. Thanks.